Good morning, everybody. Jackie and I extend a warm and loving welcome to you all here at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church for our virtual service. And all being well, next week we'll have some congregation members here, and we're looking forward to be able to welcome the Wombles back to Wimbledon Common, I was going to say, but it'd be really cold up on Wimbledon Common, to Wimbledon Church. Friends, our medium this morning, and it is like, I think, you say 4 times on a Sunday this year? 5 times on a Sunday. Ivan Lee. Ivan promised himself some years ago that he wouldn't be doing Sunday mornings anymore, but I've got him up again, and I'm very pleased to extend that welcome to you, Ivan. Welcome, Ivan. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, and good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well and keeping sane.
Yeah, we won't cross that bridge.
No.
This morning, Ivan will be doing the prayers and be giving an address. Jackie will be giving the reading, and I'll be doing the bits and pieces in between. And I hope we've got many of you out there in virtual world joining us this morning. And on Wednesday, we're back here for a Zoom meeting, as well as physical people here in the church. And we're looking forward to doing many new things in the coming months here at Wimbledon Church. So I'd like to ask Ivan to open our meeting with prayer.
Certainly. Thank you, Ray. Dear Heavenly Father, Divine Spirit, we entreat Thee to graciously bestow upon us Thy heavenly blessings. Purify our thoughts and actions so that they may be guided and directed by Thy divine wisdom, believing that all things are possible in Thy name. We beseech Thee in all humility to fill our whole beings with love, compassion and understanding for all those who come our way. Bless us with true knowledge and the ability to receive Thy everlasting love into our souls, so that we may sincerely seek out the truth in Thy holy name. Help us to rise above our own earthly concerns and to inspire those who need Thy love and guidance at this time, sending out love to friends seen and unseen. Amen.
Amen. Okay, friends, keeping that prayerful thought, let us unite in prayer once again for healing. Healing of mind, body and spirit. Healing for those names deeply inscribed in our own hearts and our own minds. And those names that are in absent healing books in many churches, many homes and many centres. And especially this morning, I ask for healing for Stephen and Kelly, for our daughter Rachel, for Shirley, for a lady called Claire, Jill, Amber, and my own Jackie, who's not been the best of health with this damp weather. Let us now have a short moment of healing thoughts and meditation. Great Architect of the universe, we thank you for this time of healing. As I have said, for healing of mind, body and spirit, to help those who are struggling with this lockdown, for those struggling with health issues, and especially at this time, because of the lockdown, with mental health issues. Strengthen them, empower them to get well, and give them your light. We also pray for those names that are on our hearts and our minds. But in doing so, we're very mindful of the healers that are working within the wider healing movement. Spiritual healers, therapists, psychiatrists, doctors, nurses, healers all. Strengthen them in their work, strengthen them in their ability to bring best. And especially also for all those who work within COVID wards, may their work continue. May they remain well and strong. Into Thy hands, O Lord, we commend the spirits of those children we have prayed for this morning. For we know through divine law, Thy will shall always be done. Amen.
Amen.
Now let us say together, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I think that serenity thought is very important of today, to give us the strength and the value to know what is going on in our world. There is so much division in this country about viruses, vaccines, and the worry about wearing a mask and not wearing a mask. All I say to people, you do what you feel to be right within you, but whatever you do, be mindful of the needs of others. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we've got to remember that if those who can, we've got a donation page through PayPal. And if you can donate to the church, I'll be extremely grateful. Jackie and I need funds to keep the church going, and we're looking to do new upgrades to the church on the fabric of the building. And so we've got a website, www.paypal.com, PayPal me LAD promotions. That will be on, and it'll come on throughout the service. If you can donate, I'm extremely grateful, and I'll thank you. And we're looking forward to upgrading and decorating the church over the next few months. I've got a guy I've already asked to. We had our radiators painted in here a little while back, and then I've moved the piano recently, and I found I've now got one radiator left that's not been painted. So I've spoken to the young man in question, and Ivan knows him well. He's a very passionate Chelsea supporter, almost as passionate as Ivan, but not as much. And he will come and do that in the coming months. So thank you all, friends. And as I'll just say one other thing before we go on to mentioning names on screen, but we will reopen physically this Wednesday coming and back to next Sunday. And those who wish to attend the church next week, if you could let Jackie and I know first that you're coming, so we're not overbooked. We only can have about 25 to 30 people here in the physically in the church. And a few times we've just tipped that, 29, 28 people. But if you can let us know coming, I've already got a few names. I sent a load of messages out on Facebook yesterday, so my number's there if you wish to call and speak to Jackie or myself. And you've got any questions regarding that attendance, please let us know. So mention a few names on screen, Richard, if we've got some. Olwyn Williams, good morning, Olwyn. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Another one of our Wombles. Another Womble, June Malkin. Welcome, June. I hope you and Dave and the family are good. Good morning, Phil. Good morning to you. Cheryl, good morning. Looking forward to seeing you Wednesday at the church. And we're all well, thank you. Karen Goddard, good morning, Karen. A former work colleague, but an even better friend now. And she's a lovely lady working as a medium. Pamela Roger, good morning. Welcome. Mary Dixie, good morning to you, Mary. I hope you're feeling good. Ashley Robinson, I think I know you. Good morning. How are you? Any psychics out there? Ashley's looking for a missing buggy. Anyone knows where that buggy is? He'd be really helpful. Good morning, Kat. Hope you're okay from Mid Wales. Good morning. Is that hot? Okay. Okay. Good morning, Hanky. Good morning, Lorna. Morning, Kim. Hope everything's well with you. I hope Ramsgate's not too cold. Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. Lovely to see you, darling. I hope you're well. Emma Butler. Good morning and welcome. Hope you enjoy our service this morning. PCSC. Sounds like my wife's old union. Good morning, all. Michelle Joyette. Michelle, welcome. I hope you have a lovely morning. Alison, good morning. I think we'll leave that for now for a few moments. And we're going to have a reading from Jackie now.
Hi, good morning once again to you all. It's lovely to be back here, forming part of the service. And I look forward to seeing you, many of you physically again from this Wednesday onwards. But we will be keeping with Zoom as well for those that wish to join us with Zoom. Now, I hope that one of our members of congregation, Jim, is listening this morning, because the poem that I've selected for the reading is by his dear wife, Sylvia Bly, called Inspired Poetry. And the reason that I chose it, it's so important again with this further lockdown, and we're almost out of it again, thank goodness. And we have that little bit more freedom, but it's so important to give the love to all family members and friends and keep in contact with individuals. If it's one thing that it has taught me during this period of lockdown, is the isolation that many people have felt year in, year out, because they can't get out of their houses. They're housebound, whether they're frail, whether or not they're disabled. And it gives us that chance to be empathetic because we've been through the experience of, spending days, we've seen the same four walls. But the poem is called Life Without Love. But I want you to think of the positive, and it is a positive poem. 2 years without a cuddle, 2 years without some love. Who'd have thought how lonely life could be when new plans came from above? Who'd think I'd go through bitter days when life was truly hell? Who'd know that friends could understand the fear I knew so well? Not knowing what the future holds, no one to hold your hands, not seeing through some rose-tinted glass at milk and honey lands. But then one day you wake up, your cloud has left the sun, you're suddenly on the road again, and half the battle's won. You get yourself together, do things you meant to do. You start to plan your life again, but from another view. You'll find some new and better friend, that the one from years before. You simply open up your mind to what there is in store. You leave out all the promises, from them there's none to break. You just try hard to make things right with every step you take. When safely on the road again, and the road is straight and true, you'll know you'll cope with knocks this time, and your confidence see you through. And that's very much, I think, we're at the state again, we're coming out of lockdown and being on that road again, and knowing that His Spirit is always around us, supporting us. Think also of the poem with the footprints in the sand, and to me that just ties that up all very nicely. Thank you for listening, and I'm now going to announce to you, very much a friend and part of almost the fabric of this church is our dear and close friend Ivor Lee, who's now going to give a very treasured address. I haven't heard him address for some years, so it'd be lovely to listen to you, Ivan. Over to you.
Thank you, Jackie. Good morning again, everybody. I hope you're well. Okay, it's, as Ray was saying, it's been a long time since before this year I was doing any Sunday morning services, and but here I am. And with addresses, I mean, I have done addresses, and I always find they either fall into several different categories. They're either to do with actual spiritual laws, if you like, or spiritual beliefs, or that do with someone's personal events that have happened in their lives that's helped them through their lives. But the bottom line is, it's basically inspiration and to help people through their lives. And what has been a very, very difficult year. Take these off, excuse me. A very unusual year as well, because and it is, there's loneliness, that there's been upset, there's been loss. I mean, I myself, my mother passed March this year. Nothing to do with the virus, but it's still a passing. And even doing the work we do as mediums, it's very strange, because when we do this work, and people who don't do the work, if you like, who aren't mediums, usually thinking I do get this comment quite a lot during readings, demonstrations. It's like, oh, it must be wonderful to be able to, talk to your father, your mother, etc., your loved ones, which is nice, but you still feel the pain and the loss of a loved one that's passed, even doing what you do. Because it's, even yesterday, I'm sitting down, and even though my mum was at home for the past 5 years, she had dementia, and just yesterday, and it was like, I had my dinner, I was watching one of the football games on TV, which would be a surprise to everybody, and I thought, oh, I know, I'll go and pop to see Mum quickly before, and it suddenly dawns on you, oh, hang on, I can't, because she's passed, and it's just as much. And it's like, and I always find people very strange. This is going to sound weird, but our perception of things, it fluctuates, especially in these different times. And I'm not going to turn this into some political debate about what's right, what's wrong, this virus, that virus, this rule, that rule. It's not the platform for that. But I do find that people's perceptions over, since the virus started in March, I'm just using it as an example, to now, the perception's completely changed of it. And it reminds you of a story. Oh, that's okay. It reminds you of a story long time ago that I read, and I do believe I've used this before in an address, which would have been about 8-10 years ago. So don't worry, you probably won't have heard it. And it's all to do with how we perceive things and how we look at, view the world, etc. And there's they happen to be Oriental, which they usually are in these fables, aren't they? And there's a grandfather and a granddaughter, and they're eating crab meat and sweet corn soup, which is, no one's had it. It's a lovely soup. It's very tasteful and very nice. And they're sitting there, and the granddaughter, she's 12, 13. She's scoffing down the soup, and she's commenting to her grandfather, that's the best soup she's ever tasted in her life. It's the most wonderful feeling she's had. It's a wonderful soup. And as she gets to the bottom of the bowl, a cockroach pops up, boiled, it's dead, but there's a cockroach in the bottom of her soup, and she spits it out and berating to her grandfather, oh God, I've been poisoned, there's a cockroach in the soup, it's awful, it's awful. And the grandfather calmly carries on drinking his soup. And she is saying, but grandfather, that there is a cockroach in the soup. And he's continuing in his wise old ways of drinking the soup. And she is berating, and the grandfather just turns around and says, what seems to be the problem? And she said, there's a cockroach in my soup. And he said, but wasn't you commenting on how that's the best soup you've ever tasted? And she said, yes, but there's a cockroach in it. And then he turned around to say, but the cockroach was always there. The soup hasn't changed. It's what you think of the soup that's changed. That's it. See, that is about perception and how we perceive things. And things don't change. Because the one thing that will happen in life is change, but it's how you perceive it. And also, we worry too much. I think we do worry too much about what's happened, what's coming, and it is the now, even though the now for this what's been going on this year, it's quite intense, especially if you're in lockdown and you're on your own. But it's always about moving forward, because we know that spirit are there. You don't need anyone to tell you that spirit's there. Life is continuous. And if we just sort of, how do you put that? Ease our own thoughts into just thinking of the now, not worrying about the future, not worrying about what the past deeds, because especially this time, coming up to this time of year as well, Christmas, along with what's gone on in the world, we will be reflecting a lot on our past, if you like, past triumphs, our past failures, our past actions, and we tend to tie ourselves up as people in what we've done in the past, where it's really the now that's the only important thing. Because it's like, I know Ashley mentioned it last week, and that's why it's called the present, because it is a present, because you're never going to get another now again, because that now's just gone. And it's about moving forward with life, knowing that if you can be the best you can be to yourself, because you're the only person you can govern. You cannot govern anyone else. You cannot be responsible for anyone else's actions. The main responsibility comes with your own actions, your own thoughts, the love you send out, and the power of healing and of love is so important, because even though sometimes you can't see it, you can't touch it, but you can't see or touch electricity, but it's there. Well, you can actually touch it, but you're in for a shock. But it's like, it's that healing thoughts you have to send out, and the love of spirit, because you don't need no one to tell you they're around you, because they're quite strong, and our loved ones always move forward with us. Because it's, I mean, the first time I had a proper conversation with my mother in 5 years because of her condition, was the day after she passed, which was quite nice. And yes, it's about not so much reflecting, but thinking of the now and what I can do now to help me, to help others, even if it's just a thought or an action or a card, especially we are coming to Christmas, which some people it's a hell on earth, some people it's a great time of life. It all depends on your perception of where you are in your lives. But that's all I got to say. I hope that's helped some people, but thank you very much. And I'll hand you back to Ray or Jackie, because there's no one there at the minute. There's Ray. Hello, Ray.
Good morning again, Ive. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done, Ive. Now, friends, we're coming to that part of the service where medium Ivan Lee will demonstrate his gifts to the Spirit. Please remember, when answering yes or no, answer what you're answering to, try and be clear on. So if Ivan's saying, I've got my mum here, or your dad or your aunt or whatever, say, yes, I understand that. That's my mum, whatever. And be clear and positive with that. Ivan, I know, will do his best to give evidence of life after death. And I know how keen he is because the way he's fidgeting.
No, well, that's not
Can't
me.
wait to get going. So, friends, I hand you back to Ivan Lee, who will demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit. And please remember to answer positively and clearly. Thank you, Ivan. Good luck.
Pleasure. Thank you. Good morning, everybody, again, and welcome back. Where have you been? Okay, Richard, do I say good morning to people or just crack on? Sarah, Phil, everybody, good morning. Good morning, everybody, to one and all. Thank you. Right, I've got to mention one thing before I do. Hang on. I've got to mention one thing before I start. It's some of the more observant ones would have noticed I appear to have possibly a dead rat at the top of my lip. That is simply because it's a Movember. For those of you who don't know what a Movember is, it's like moustache, November. In November, there is an organisation that encourages men to grow moustaches, and some ladies, if you like, but some men to grow moustaches to raise awareness in men's mental health, because it's more prominent in men, but never spoke about, you see, never spoken about, and that's why we do it. So I'm not keeping it, June, it's going. It's too itchy, I don't like it, and it adds years on me. Prostate cancer? I ain't even started the message yet. Okay, right. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. So, but if you go to the website Movember, you can donate to the charity, please, and that's all. Thank you, Emma. That's all for me. Anyway, I've got two different communicators trying to connect in. Okay, and let me get the information first before you, because everyone likes a message that wants to come forward with someone. I've got a gentleman and a lady, and I do feel like I want to connect the two together, because with the gentleman coming forward, it's the name of John. It is John, and I don't know if it's a heart problem, but I have a heart. Yeah, I've got it, mate. I've got a heart problem that would have passed. It would have happened quite quickly. Thank you, Julie. Okay, right, now, I can't change it. Right, definitely John. And he's talking about passing the heart condition. Very quick, very out the blue. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to someone out there. And right, Linda, let me just double check. Did he have the heart problem? Because it's like he's talking about passing with a heart issue, and it is quite quick. And I've also got a lady. I don't know if there's an Irene or Eileen. That's Iris. It might be that connects anywhere. And I don't feel I want the same message. I want to connect with two separate messages. So Linda, type quicker, you people. Okay. Oh, all right. There's a 15-20 second delay apparently. All right, mate. The gentleman I got, okay, he is quite a friendly. He's a bit of a. I nearly swore just then. He's a bit of a Mickey take. Makes me look old. Cheers, Les. That's nice, isn't it, Richard? That is nice. Right, but it's like I did say that anyway. But I've got. Besides, I am old. I've got to get this, John. Cutting grass dead, eh? There's too much information there, Sarah, but I don't know if I'm with Sarah or Linda, but Linda, right, that'll do. Okay, Linda, I did feel I was with you first, but with your father, John, did he have quite a lot? Yeah, thank you, because I keep getting the language coming over. Not in a horrible, nasty way. It was just his ilk. It was just his generation, the way he was. Now, as he connects in, Linda, I've also got a lady, the Eileen, it's Eileen, but I'm not sure she would have had... Slow down a lot of you. Right. She would have had, like, I've got a cancer condition with Eileen, but I don't feel it connects with you, Linda. I think I want to connect it with someone else. But, right, Linda, your father, can you slow down, mate? We've got a 15-second delay here. I wish they had a 15-second delay sometimes. The problem with doing this online, Richard, you never know if people's laughing or not, do you? Right, Mummy's Eileen, Dad passed heart attack. Right, the Dad's not yours, Viv, but the Eileen might be. Did Eileen have the cancer condition? But let me sort John out for Linda first. So listen up, Linda. I know it's a heart problem in the end, but there was other things going on because it's like the heart. Thank you, Johnny boy. It was the heart that sort of took him over. Not Kathleen, Linda. She's not yours. It's John George, your father. Because as he wants to come in, I know we're coming out of lockdown, we're silly sort of time of year. I keep going down towards the coast, and I'm sort of, I don't know if there's, sort of Southampton way, off the M27, down that sort of area. Could even be Christchurch, that sort of way down there. No, Sarah, it's not to do with you. That's Sarah, and mediums are the worst. This is Linda's dad, John, right? Because he's adamant, because he wants to connect him with her, and he was quite this John gentleman, Linda. I know it's hard in the end with him, and he did swear a lot, and he's not. He's an annoying little man. Not little man. How do I say annoying? He's quite. He wouldn't have had what we're doing here. He thinks this is quite funny because he also wants to connect in as well. And I don't know whether there's a connection with you, Linda, to do with a child. He keeps talking about a child he looks after. And I do feel like it's, thank you, right, that'd do me. As though he looks after a baby that never touched the earth plane. And it doesn't matter who it's to do with, but your dad keeps making reference to it. And I know, okay, right, but it's mainly, I know Mum's over there, but it's like your father John wants to come in, and so because he's quite a strong character. He's got a very potty mouth, as my grandkids would say, potty mouth, Granddad. He's got a very potty mouth, but he wants to keep. I don't know whether it's you that's been feeling quite down and really sort of. No, he's not an easy man, is he? He wants to give you a bit of upliftment here, and he's not the sort of fella, he's not a soppy bloke, okay? Because it's like he's making reference to. Okay, I'm going to. I don't know where the frustrations are in your life at the moment, Linda, but he keeps talking about different things happening, and it's almost like you feel like you're making headway. I'm not sure if this is to do with a work issue or something to do with a project. But it keeps making, and it keeps getting halted, or there's obstacles that come up, and you think, oh God, I've had enough of this. I might just pack it all in. But thank you. But your dad, he's quite a stubborn. That makes more sense. That makes more sense, Linda. But your dad, okay, I got it. John, your dad. Hang on. Your father, John, really is quite obstinate, and he's really giving you a bit of encouragement to like forge ahead. And I don't know whether the sleeping arrangement keeps moving the bloody bedroom. Yeah, okay. I got it. And it's like, because he keeps, thank you, he keeps wanting you to forge ahead and sort of move forward with things. I know it's easy for us mediums or psychic, whatever you want to call it, say, oh, next year's going to be a better year, and plus we ain't got much left of this one. But he does keep moving into the new year, as though getting to the new year, and it's like things will start to improve for you, Linda. And it is like to do with the project and work environment, okay? He really wants to get that across, but John's more, I know Mum's over there as well, but it's your father, John, wanted to come forward, because he's a stubborn sod, and once he had a bee in his bonnet, he could not be moved, and he's given you, I know what you've done, he's given you that sort of strength, if you like, and you can use his swear words if you like. God, he does swear. Okay, mate. And he wants to give that to you. So I'll leave that with you, Linda. Say, God bless. It's fine. Now, I've got to get this Eileen lady sorted out because she's bothering me a little bit. And it's definitely Eileen. It's not Irene, it's Eileen. Eileen. Okay, darling. And she's quite not a pushy lady. She's very bubbly lady, actually. She's got quite a good humour about her. And as she wants, hang on, mate, and she wants to connect in. I don't know if it's like daughter, but she wants to connect into a lady. Now, I'll give you the 15 seconds. Okay, love, I've got it. It's quite friendly, actually, this Eileen. She keeps squeezing my leg, which is nice. I don't mean, not inappropriately. Okay. Thank you, Linda. But she keeps squeezing my legs, and she's quite an encouraging lady. And I'm sure it's a cancer condition she's putting upon me. Okay, and I feel like I want to be sick as well, as though my stomach's not quite right with her. Okay, now, and she's highlighting. Say that again. There's 2 rings. You slow down, love. Right, there's 2 rings she's bringing forward, and it's like I want a stone ring. I want one. I'm not sure if it's a wedding ring or a band with stones in, but she keeps highlighting that as though someone I need. Okay, I got it. I did that out loud, didn't I, Richard? Yeah, sorry about that. I have a bad habit of humming to myself. Okay. Right. Eileen. Is anyone for the Eileen there, Richard, at the moment? And it's definitely it's a form of cancer she keeps giving me. Hi, Viv. Right now, did Eileen? I want past though, not your father, but Viv. Did Eileen have? It's definitely cancer. Because it keeps going up and my stomach's playing up. I'm not quite sure if it's yours, Viv, but there's also 2 rings that must connect as well. Does that make sense to you, Vivian McIntosh? Oh, I've got a Paul here as well. Was that Peter? Right. So have you replied yet, Richard? Or okay. Right, Julie. Right. Was that this sick bile stuff was going on round the stomach, Julie? Does that make sense to you? Say yes anyway, because the 2 rings I had to get, and it's definitely Eileen. Right now. And there is a cancer condition that must connect with you somewhere. That's someone who's passed, Julie, if I'm on the right connection. Because I do have someone making reference to a cancer condition. I don't know if Bob or Robert connects with you anywhere, but I've got a Bob and Robert that wants to connect in as I'm talking to Eileen. Might look at yours, Bob. No, I do feel I'm with Julie, Viv. Sorry, I do feel I'm with Julie because it's like it was that this sickness was very important. Okay, but there is someone else who had a cancer, and I've also got a Bob Robert that must connect as well. Does that make sense? Julie. That's Cary Grant, that was, by the way. Right, okay, that connects with the, okay, that's fine. Right, okay, right, because I've got to connect that. But did you have a Bob as well, Robert, that connects with you as well, Julie? Because if he's not yours, he's not yours. Now, with Eileen, I know it's aunt, and there is the John, her husband, who had the cancer, because that was an important thing. But with her, I've got this sickness, and she is talking about, she's quite, not a pushy lady, but a very easygoing lady, and a very, very, how can I put it? Nice lady, actually, very helpful, very bubbly. Bob, not yours, don't worry, love. Okay, but it's like, no Bob. You sure there's not 2 Bobs? It's a joke, that, Richard. Right. Anyway, right. Eileen's the one for you, Julie, because she wants to connect in, and it's like, I know Dad must have passed, because she's talking about Dad over there, but it's the aunt wanting to come in, and because she's quite a nice, uplifting lady, and I don't know if it's you that's had the trouble sleeping, or because she keeps talking about sleeping issues and problems up and down with, I don't know if I'm up through the night, it's usually about 3:30, 3:30, 3:45, 10:45, that I'm not sleeping quite well, as though there's a little bit of feeling of unsettlement with you at the minute, whether it's due to what's going on in the world, but it's like she sort of wants to sort of calm you down. Not calm you down, let's say that again, love. Right, it wants to sort of ease you forward with a sort of more of a calming influence, as though, I don't know if it's you, Julie, who has the attitude that thinks, oh, well, if something could go wrong, it will go wrong, okay? Because it's like, and it's, well, she says you do. You know, it's almost like, I'm not that optimistic recently, and it's like everything's, oh, how can I put it? It seems like everything is very, and it's like, oh, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong, right? Trouble sleep, right? Okay, brilliant. Because she wants to give you that sort of. Because some people do say, "Oh, well, I hate doing addresses because it's all going that way." I know, Eileen. Thank you. Very friendly lady. We do, because sometimes if we think the worst is going to happen, do we make it happen? Who knows? But it's like it's no good, and it's like, and you've been feeling quite down recently, thinking if it can, what will go wrong can go wrong. It's like don't, because she wants to give you a bit of nice, lovely lady, very easygoing, quite bubbly, and very calming, because to give you that sort of calm moving forward, Julie. So I've got to leave that with you, because I've got this gentleman, Robert Bob, who wants to come in. I've got a really bad headache and all. Said that out loud, didn't I, Rich? I didn't mean to say it. I went. But yeah, headache, healing. Right, go for it. Now, a bit blunt, wasn't it? Sorry, Bob. Right, okay, right. But Eileen sends her love, Julie. It's almost like expect the best and you'll get the blooming best. Simple as that, okay? It's like, what's that comment? It's like, oh, you know, if I'm in the gutter, I can see the stars. That sort of, you know. Anyway, right. Eileen sends her love. You know she's all right. Don't anyone tell you, Jude, that spirits around you, because you know they are. Now, this gentleman I got connected in with me now, as he's connected in, I've become very upright, very straight, very, very rigid, if you like. And I'm sure it's Robert Bob he keeps giving me. And he's not the easy communicative. He's not the most communicative man in the world, not because he's a miserable so-and-so. It just, he doesn't say, he's very, very old school, proper, if you like, and quite rigid. I do feel like this grandfather connection I got somewhere might be uncle, but he's making me feel as everything's proper and quite methodical and everything's in its place. Pleasure, Judy. And he wants to connect in. I don't know. Is it a Sandra or a Sarah that connects with a Robert or Bob that's passed? Might be Sue. Any takers, any breakers? Okay, not a problem. I'm going to carry on. And for all those healers out there, it's Chelsea Tottenham today. Sarah, right, brilliant. Okay, right, I'll be with you in a minute, Sarah. I've just got to sort out that, because it's Chelsea Tottenham, big game, top of the table clash. Right, I gotta get that out there now. Okay, Milo, me? Oh yeah, I hate them acronyms. Did I just say acronyms? Oh, quite good. Right, Sarah, listen up. Did Uncle Robert Bob that's passed, did you know him? Because he's quite methodical. Everything in its place and everything's at a place. Cheers, Trace. You'll get a message in a minute, love. Okay, right, now. I'm teasing, I'm just, okay. But with, thank you. Last time we did that on the Chelsea Tottenham game, we lost. Damn, shouldn't have done that. Right. Get off with the Chelsea mob. Sarah, yes, great. Okay, now, Sarah. Is that Sarah, medium Sarah, down in Bognor? Okay, hi, Sarah. Sorry? Oh, it's all right. I don't care. You know us mediums are the world's worst to get messages. Anyway, I know there's different. Does a Stephen connect with you as well that's passed as well, Sarah? Or Steve? Steve. Right. Now, this was Bob, wasn't it? Yes? Stephen might not be yours, but it's like I just had a Steve or Stephen just connecting. Right, Sarah. Now, as Bob comes in, he's not, I know what he wanted in life and it was his way. It's what I call the old school, quite rigid. I don't know if it's to do with you at the minute, but it's like it's because you're not quite like that. You're a bit. I don't like saying that, and I do know you, but I don't know you that well. Okay, but he's making sometimes you. Okay, how can I put it? You get quite. You tend to set out a project or something to do. I can't say that. All right, I will. Sarah, please take this the right way. But he's saying sometimes you're a bit flaky. All right. When I say that, I don't mean you've got a bad skin condition. He's like, ugh, that's horrible, isn't it? Yeah, I got it, Bob. Because Steve passed. Right, I want Steve that's passed, by the way, because I thought he was yours. But it's almost like sometimes your determination sometimes. That makes sense. Steve's his brother who's passed. Right, good. I don't mean good who's passed. I mean it makes sense because it's like he's giving you a bit more sort of his rigidness, if you like, as I don't know, because there's some sort of projects, and I know you work as a medium, etc. But it's like sometimes you need that, not that you're not committed, or should be committed. No, thank you. I'll tell you. Not that you're not committed to going forward with that. Oh, okay. With the work at all, but sometimes you talk yourself out of things, and we all do that. We're all guilty of that sometimes. But this is the Bob, because he is that quite bang and sort of very strong with it, because he's giving you that sort of strength. And so I don't know if it's going to. Obviously, it's going to be going. And I can see Jackie putting up her decorations. Anyway, sorry about that, everybody. Okay, but it's like I got it. I'll tell you.
Decorations. So that Ivan can see us.
I've got it. It's giving you a sort of strong, single-minded focusedness. That's the word for you, Sarah, especially going to the New Year. And it is to do with more spiritual. Oh, all right, and I'll tell her. You're not going to like this, but more spiritual work and things moving forward. Just leave that with you. I know you know they're all right, but there was Stephen and Bob just want to connect in, say hello. They're fine. Now, I've got a gentleman who's been bothering me quite a bit, actually, and she is actually with a lady. Yeah, don't talk yourself out anymore, Sarah. That's your message. Bob will sort it out for you, love. No, he won't. You've got to sort it out yourself. Okay. Now, Davey. Pleasure, Sarah. Does anyone connect with the David that's passed as well? I don't know if his actions led to his passing, not necessarily suicide, but it could be like lifestyle, sort of led that way. I'm sure it's David. He's quite says it as he sees it. Yeah, I've got it, mate. Not horrible bloke, but just says it as he sees it. Can be quite a tease and a bit of a wind up. I've got a funny. He's making me feel quite sort of down and a bit depressed, but I'm not sure if that's coming from him or it's connected to someone here on the that I need to connect with. Okay, right. I've got an M connection. I don't know if there's a Michelle, a Mary, Maureen, that connects somewhere. That he's giving me that M that I need to connect with. David. Does that make sense to anyone out there in virtual land? I don't know why I said it like that for, Richard. Own actions, right? Terry. No, I'm not sure. Did Mary? I don't know if it's Melanie or Maisie. Right, Mel. Hello, Mel. Mel Sargent. Good evening. Okay, Mel. Right, your partner David passed over. Well, I'm not going to say I hope so because I've got the David I got who's here. Does that make sense to you, Mel? Yeah. Hang on. No, I've got to get this M connection, you see. It's like, oh, hang on, my things come off. That doesn't make sense, that one. Can I go back to Mel, Richard? I've got a funny, I do feel like it's Mel. Richard, eh? Yeah, Mel, right, okay. David, your partner, did he drink a bit as well? I'm not going to call him an alcoholic. He might just be like your normal drinker because I've got that sort of thing going on as well. And is there, I don't know if it's with you, and I don't want to pry into people's business, or with him, but it's given me this feeling of like I feel quite down and almost it is sort of like a depression, and the mood swings are very sort of up and down. Nothing major, but up and down. And it's like, I don't know if it's with you, Mel, that like you've been feeling quite, nearly swore again. He swears as well, by the way, but feeling quite down and quite not suicidal, that's far too strong a word, but really miffed with everything, as though, God, why can't life just sort it? Not necessarily to do with the virus, but do with a lot of other things. Why can't life just move forward? And I don't know, it's like situations around you, possibly kids. It's usually kids, isn't it, everybody? Let's be honest. We love them a bit, but my God. Okay. All right, Dave. You're quite blunt and down to earth now. And also with this gentleman, did he pass quite quickly as well, Mel? Because he's talking about going quick. And I've also got a Michael that wants to connect in, but I don't know if Mickey Michael's yours or I need to move forward with. No, it's Matthew, Matt. It's either Matt or Mike I've got. Right. Does that make sense to you, Mel? With the David making reference, I don't know if it's here with the depression or to do with you feeling quite down. And it's like, I need a bit of upliftment. And he's not a flower bloke, but he keeps throwing, I don't know what flowers they are, mate. They're mauve. I don't know what mauve flowers are. What mauve flowers, Richard? Violets. Violets? I don't know. They're sort of purpley sort of flowers he keeps putting down. And there must be something, Mel, to do with an anniversary or a birthday coming up. Wait your turn. Right. There must be something to do with an anniversary. Oh, your mum. It's mum passed as well. Yes to both. Brilliant. I don't mean brilliant mum's pass, and it's like, but was mum the nutter? I can't be honest. Get off love. Okay. Because there's someone annoying me in the background. Okay. But if Dave want to come in, and it's like, yes to everything, good. And it's like, because Dave's the one, I know he's your partner, but he wants to bring forward and give you a bit of, again, it's upliftment. And it really, that is interesting. It's like going to what I said earlier in the address. It's like, because other people around you with their actions, if you like, or the way they're behaving is really, can't swear, mate. It's getting you down. It's really getting on your nerves, okay? But it's almost like, I got it, mate. It's almost like you can't be responsible for their actions and just send them down, let them get on with it. It's like coming in quite. Hello, is that better? Is that better? Is it? Right.
That's it. Stop.
Anyway, that wasn't me. That was Dave probably messing about. I'm going to use that excuse anyway. Okay, but it's giving you upliftment here, Mel, and a bit to move forward. So you can't be responsible for other people's actions. Let them get on with it. It's just you can just focus on what you need to do. And he does send his love. I don't know if your mum, right, okay. I don't know if this is your mum, actually. Does Jane connect with anywhere, or Julie that's passed? It's not to do with you, Mel. I'm moving, oh. I do feel I've got like, it's like a, hang on a minute. Look, Dave sends his love, he's fine. It's mainly Dave, your partner, wanting to come forward, and there must be something to do with anniversary, birthday coming up, or something. It keeps going to December, not to do with Christmas, but to do with an anniversary birthday that's quite significant and important that he wants to bring forward. That's your David. Right, cheers, mate. Friendly bloke, actually, he's all right. Now, I've got a lady coming in. There is a Mick or Matt in the background, but I don't know if he connects with the lady because this lady's barged her way in. And it's either Julie, Jane. It's not Jean Joan. It's definitely Julie, Jane. Might even be Janet. I need to bring this forward. She's adamant that I've got to connect in with someone here. And I do feel like it's mum and I want to connect in with a daughter. Okay. You sure, love? Does anyone connect with a Jan, Julie? It's Jay. It's not Joan or Jean. It's like a. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, right. Is there anyone for the It's Jane, Julie, Richard? Hello, Maria. Oh, just my second ex-wife's name. Oh, we're going to get on well. Okay. Right, Maria. Okay. Right. I don't mind. I'm glad that's it. Maria, listen up, okay? Because okay, is that Maria? Right, with Mum, okay? Because she quite. No, I don't feel it's June. I do feel it's like Jan. Hiya, Maria. Right now, okay, and with and Janet, Jan was your mum, yes? Good, right. And was Mum quite a nice, easy, not easy going, but a bubbly lady as well? And with her passing, I don't know if there was complications with it, but I feel like my chest, it's like I get the breathing very, very, I don't know if it's fluidy or something going on here. And there must also be a connection. I've got two different connections here. There also must be a connection with someone who passed with like an aneurysm quite quickly as well. But I don't know if that's connected with you or I've got a different connection coming in. Because I got like a chest, it couldn't be cancer actually. It's like the breathing issues, because it feels fluidy on my lungs, Maria, and with Janet, your mum, and there must also be, I don't know if there's, she's given me a bracelet or some sort of thing to go around my wrist, not handcuffs, people, calm down. Should have said that, all sorts of connotations come up then, didn't they, Richard? No, I actually meant as in arrested. Cancer, right, okay, that's with your Jan, right, okay. She's fine, by the way, Maria, she's all right, but she also can, Ella, let me sort her out, because I do think the gentleman who had an aneurysm passed quite quickly is not to do with you. Right, now, there's something about, as your mum, I've got a bad headache again now. Who's that with? It's not my headache, you see, everybody. Cool. Right. Cool, that's weird. Okay, in a minute. Right, now, as Mum connects in, Maria, I know it's cancer, okay, because she's making reference to the condition, but she's more than okay. She keeps going around my wrist, and it's either a bracelet, it could even be an ornate watch, if you like, but not one with a leather strap. It's like, right, that'll do, because that's an important thing. She kept going with the wrist, with the bracelet, because, and also, I don't know whether there's been an issue with finances, but she keeps moving bank money around, or bank money, no such thing, love. I like your mum. She gets her words mixed up sometimes because she talks too fast. Okay, slow down. Okay, because she's making reference, like, I don't know if there's been an issue with the bank or movement from one account to another account, and this is recently, I want, even though, I don't know, it's all online stuff, but she keeps highlighting the fact as though money's okay. I mean, we're all like in the up and down, but she said, no, it's fine. So I don't know if there's been some sort of saving or some sort of lump sum going on. I don't know if it's to do with a celebration for next year or to do with a trip for next year. Hopefully we can have the trips next year. But Mum keeps making reference, a little bit of pocket of money that's been sort of moved. I'm not going to go into details, Maria, but if it's over 10 grand, call me anytime. No, all right, Jen, I like your mum. Right, yes, moving money, brilliant, okay. There's something coming up for the new year that in the next year, something, I don't know, it's a big holiday, big celebrations, but Mum's more than okay, because Mum wants to make, and you do sense Mum around you, Maria, and it, are you sure about that? Wow, okay. Got it. She's quite friendly, your mum, because, which is a fine thing to do, but basically, she just okay, I got it, love. Want to come in and just say hello, Maria, because I know with the cancer condition, it's like, because you would have kept an eye on her and been there for paying off Mum's car, right? I knew it was a lump sum of something, okay, but she wanted to highlight the fact she's more than okay. Thank you, darling. And it's like, because she didn't like a fuss, and everyone made a fuss of her, and she thought, I had enough of this, okay, this condition, this cancer condition with her, but she's more than okay, and she does send her love, Maria, she's fine. And I don't know who's done the locket. I don't know if it's since Mum would have passed. She keeps showing me a locket as well, Maria. I don't know if that you've made one up with a picture in, but something to do with a locket to do with Mum, or a necklace, because she keeps going around, and it's something but something that on the earth plane that's been, you've either done it or someone connects with you, because she keeps showing me a photo. She's showing me a photo on the locket, and it's not a big ornate locket. It's quite small, quite a tiny little thing. But I hope that makes sense, Marie. But okay, love, I got it, Jan. But you just want to sort of come in to let you know she's fine and She does send her love. She's okay. Hope the locket thing made sense, because that was quite important. She wanted to get that across. Okay, that's right. This is unusual because I've got a gentleman connected in, and I know where my headache's coming from. Okay, that'll do, Marie. If you want to do, Maria, beg your pardon, that's fine. She's happy with. I like that. I thought you'd gone. Go on. She's happy with that with you. Okay, completely happy. I don't know what did that thumbs up for. Okay. Right, now, I've got a gentleman. This is weird. Okay, does anyone out there connect? There's two different fellas connecting in at the minute. I've got one who was shot. I'm not sure if I've shot myself or I've been shot, but it's definitely bam and I've passed, and it's quite a Larry bloke actually. And oh wow. You sure? I don't know if there's a Richard that connects anywhere, or Rick, Richard. I don't want to. Pleasure, Maria. I don't want to move Richard to, you know, in the old days, Richards were dicks. That sounded so wrong, didn't it? Richard were called dicks, okay, but it's like, it's more sort of Richard. I want more like Rich or Rick. It's like definitely a Richard. Someone they connect with a Richard who's passed, and the past was quite. I'm not sure if I passed instantly, but the past was quite sudden and. Right, definitely okay. The Richard might not be to do with the gunshot or the. I do feel I've got two different ones. They might be to do with the same message or the same recipient, but it's definitely Richard. Is anyone that connect with a Richard that's passed? It's definitely Rick, Richard, Rich. It's not Rick as in Jackie's father. It's like Richard, and this gentleman would have passed quite quickly as well. I've got a Barry connection as well, so I don't know if there's a connection with a Barry as well. Don't hear that name often, do you, Rich? You're Rich. No. Right. Is there any takers on that one, do you know, at the minute? I've got to bring him forward. And does... Emma. Is there an Emma out there? Does Emma connect? Hi, Diane. Right, okay, Richard, ex-father-in-law. Now, I know he's your ex, Diane, died suddenly. Right, that makes sense. The gunshot's not yours, is it? Because I definitely got this gentleman who passed he was shot. It's as simple as that. Shot. But Diane, okay. Now, I know Richard's ex-father-in-law, but he wanted to come forward. I'm not sure if you got on with him okay, but... One at a time. Emma, do you connect with, did you know Grandad first of all? Because I do, yeah, you perked up then, didn't you? Right, I might actually, oh, this is interesting. Right, listen up, Emma and Diane. Okay, I know where I'm going here. The gunshot is nothing to do with any of you two. That's something completely separate. Okay, but I've got a Richard, Grandad, that's Emma's, okay, but there was health issues with him. It's not died suddenly. And Diane, your father-in-law, Richard, ex-father-in-law, died quite quickly. I've got two Richards. I nearly said two, the abbreviated name there, Richard, but I shouldn't, should I? Oh, you're Richard as well. I've got three Richards, and they're all in my ear hole. Right, now, I don't know what happened there, Richard. It went mental. Hang on a minute. Because every time I say to you, Richard, the other two go, what? Okay, oh, this is going to get weird. I've got to carry on. Yeah, we got good, because he wants to come in and says hello. Now, we're not going to say much about, I know because you said ex-husband, whatever, but it's like Richard wants to come in and say hello, because I don't know if you've got a partner at the minute, Diane, or you're on the prowl. That's a funny thing to say. But he keeps making reference like that life's been going. Okay. It's been all right, actually. You've been feeling a bit down. He wants to give you a bit of upliftment, as though he's quite a nice fellow. It's okay. Fellow? I'd never say fellow. But he just wants to bring forward a bit of What you? A joke? A joke? A joke? A joke? That's rude. Huh. I'm not going to tell you the rude joke. Okay. But he wants to bring you a bit of... Emma's your daughter. Right. That's weird. She ain't on there's two separate Emmas here. Okay. That's weird how that worked out, isn't it? Right. But he wants to make reference. This is your father-in-law, Richard. And who had... I've got a gentleman as well who had cancer as well, Diane. Not your father-in-law who passed suddenly, but you connect with another gentleman who passed with a cancer condition as well. Because she, as I'm talking to you, I know it's her granddad. I can work that one out, Diane. Okay. But is there a pregnancy? Ooh. There's no pregnancy in the family, is there? Because they keep talking about a baby coming up, a baby, or a possibility of a pregnancy coming up. Yes, it's been very downright, Diane. Richard wants to cheer you up, and he does have that sort of nice, gentle humour, quite risque, if you like, that want to come forward and sort of cheer you up a bit. And like, I mean, I can't mention the jokes he's giving me because they're rude, okay? But postcard humour, we call it, bit of carry-on humour. Okay, innuendo, that's the word, isn't it? Innuendo, okay. Right, because he wants to bring that forward, your ex-father-in-law. When he says, I'm still your father-in-law, I like the way he said that. Okay, right. Diane, your dad had the cancer. I know he's not Richard because I've got dad in the background as well. I thought that was yours. The other Richard's buggered off. Okay, right. Right, Dad says hello as well, Diane, by the way. And also, does James or Jim connect with you, Diane? Or Jimmy, James, Jim? Not going to Jim. I mean, James or Jim. James, Jim, Jimbo. All right, Jimbo, how you doing? Going down the bridge? Yeah, I'm going down the bridge. That was all out loud there, wasn't it? Not in my head. Right. Dad sends his love as well, but they both sort of... I got it. Thank you. Both want to give you a bit of upliftment. And I know Richard passed please slow down, passed very quickly, that connects with you. But did Dad's cancer go downhill quite quick as well? Because he keeps talking about, I know there must have been treatment with it, but he keeps talking about, I don't know, when it took hold, it really took hold and just went wallop. And he keeps showing me, I don't know if there's masonry involved, but who was in the, you know, there's the sickle, isn't it? Is that the sickle? Got a ring. Okay, I didn't say dead, James. That's fine. That'll do. Right. Is he a Chelsea boy? I hope so. Right, now. I'm not sure what father I want, whether it's a father-in-law or your dad, but I keep getting like, it's like a signet ring someone keeps showing me. It looks like a mason's ring, but it might not necessarily be a mason's ring. But would that make sense to you, Dying? And I'm sure it's got Richard, actually. Would the ring make sense, Diane? I need that to get that clarified. I don't know which one I'm with. Okay. And has James, your brother, got your dad's watch? And John must connect somewhere as well. There's got to be a John connection with you that's passed as well. All right. I'll give you time to digest that and answer up. And while I'm just waiting for that, I'll just let everyone know from December I will be available for one-to-ones. If you want one at Wimbledon, you contact the Wimbledon Church. If you want one with me, they're all with me, aren't they, really? Just send me an email. Yeah, okay, thanks. Send me an email and I'll get back to you. Okay, email's ivanleemedium.co. No, it's not. What? It doesn't matter. Right, that was with the cancer, Diane, wasn't it? There's something about the ring. I need to get the ring sorted out. I want to eat some breakfast. That was out loud and all, wasn't it? Signet ring. Right, Richard wore only one ring, which was either. But does your brother James have Dad's watch? He keeps talking about the watch as well as the ring. And I know Richard wants to connect in, and both of them want to connect in, sort of give you a bit of oomph here, love. A bit of a hello, how's your father? Shut up, Richard, he's a funny man. Okay. How's your father? I know that be his either, have you, Richard? Blimey. Right, what's a bit of upliftment? Okay, how's your luck? Okay, I like your dad's all right and all. As well. But something about August. I don't know where the August connection is, but they keep highlighting August. And I've got to get this. There's a pregnancy. And both the father figures, if you like, Diane, are making reference to a babe. I don't know if it's a pregnancy. There's a pregnancy at the minute, or there's a pregnancy coming up. They keep talking about a new addition. So, okay, I've got it. Your family, Diane, it's all within the family circle, not necessarily you, obviously, or your kids, but it's like within the family circle. Your dad's, okay, mate, I've got it. Your dad's piped up and started talking about it now. I keep spitting when I'm talking. I don't know if it's your dad or Richard. When they got carried away, it's like spittle, as we all do. Well, it's not what's going on in the world that we need to talk about that, is it, really? But I have a lot of, you know, when some people would, I was going to say froth at the mouth, but they get so carried away and excited that there would be a lot more saliva than normal. That's the correct word. And I'm sort of spitting as I'm talking. And I'm not sure which one that's coming from, one of them, as though they get quite, thank you, not irate, but quite upbeat. And there is definitely something about a baby come up, Diane, but not with you. Okay. Got it. I've got to, they're both adamant about this, I'm just telling you. But it's also, Diane, to let you know, they are around you. They're there and they do connecting quite strong, for the pair of them actually, and that they're both not church-going gentlemen, as it were. They both want to sort of come forward and give that sort of upliftment. So, hello, we're okay, and life does carry on. It doesn't matter how bad things get down here on the earth plane. There is, nothing lasts. Your dad used to that. It's just a weird thing, because it's like, I felt like he should have worn a mask glove, shouldn't he? That's quite good, Richard, wouldn't it? Right, that'd do, because it's like, doesn't, I know, I'm going to tell her, life is full of change, okay? Nothing lasts forever, nothing. And it's almost like, as things get as bad as they get bad, they can get as good as they get good. And it's just focus on the now. And get through the now. I got it. This is from Richard, actually. And it's like, yeah. Things move forward. Things fluctuate. Life changes. Life is change. And it's like, and we just got to go with it. It's like, how do I put it? Oh, yeah, I know that's an old one, that, isn't it, mate? Yeah, it is. It's like life, like a river, if you like. And it's like you've got to navigate. And sometimes the river goes slow. Sometimes there's rapids. It varies, but okay, I've got it. But the two father figures, Diane, both, and Dad's all right as well, by the way. I know it's mainly been Richard for some reason. Okay, I've got it. Thanks, Richard. Thank you, Diane. Right, your father or ex-father-in-law's he's been doing the majority of it simply because you would not have expected him. But Dad is here as well. But they both send their love. They're more than all right. So I'll leave their love with you and say, God bless. God bless. That's it. That's all I got. What's the time, Rich? Is that about right then? Ray, come back. Ray's disappeared. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to me. But I'm going to hand you back to Mr. Raymond Robinson. And trust me when I tell you, and I'm going to tell him publicly, this is the last Sunday I'm doing this year.
Of course it is.
He's already got me for next year on some of them, so there you go.
Ivan, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
And
Pleasure, right.
well done, mate. I know it's not the easiest thing to do virtually. I've done one myself on Friday a little bit, talking to people and stuff. Yeah. So, but well done, mate. It's a great way. And it's part of your work with LAD Promotions, taking it out to the world. So well done. Well done.
Pleasure.
As Ivan said, we've been a bit busy putting up decorations, Jackie and I. We've changed the curtains behind us, and we've put in some other bits and pieces out already for Wednesday for people coming. And it's been a great morning. I'd like to thank Jackie for taking part in doing the reading this morning. Ivan, for your part of the service this morning, thank you very much. Richard, any adverts for Spiritual Psychics TV? VIP show tonight. Those are VIPs, please join. And I can't emphasize enough the work that Spiritual Psychics TV has been doing for the movement, the spiritual movement as a whole. They've done some great work. They've got some great, wonderful people on there as well. And I think my Ashley's on next Friday. My mind gets me right, and I can't remember what he's talking about, but it certainly has had a very eclectic people on talking about different things. And as I say, Wednesday we're back here at Wimbledon Church, and next Sunday with a virtual and physical congregation we're back here as well. And on a Wednesday my Jackie will be chairing, and because we're going to be using that blessed Zoom, and I say that with all love and energy towards Zoom, but I'm not a great fan of Zoom myself, but my Ashley keeps telling me it's because I'm too old, so it's possibly right as well. Also, if I could just ask for a couple more healing prayers. There's a very good friend of ours, or two very good friends of ours, they're both like sisters to Jackie and I. Marion, who's known Jackie since they were 12, 13. Marion's very tired and exhausted at the moment because of life. And a friend of ours, Bernie, who often gets on, you see Bernie Curtis, or Busy Bee. Bernie had a car accident the other day, and she was quite shook up and been quite poorly. And I thank Michelle, who went and helped her, or Michelle and Keith who went and helped her, and got her home and looked after her for a few hours. So thank you all very much. Ivan, you've done some lovely messages this morning.
Pleasure.
And I would ask you now to close our meeting with prayer.
Okay. Divine Spirit, dear Lord, we thank you for today, and we ask that you send a blessing to each and every one of us and the household represented here. We ask that you let us understand ourselves so that we can understand others and live on this earth in peace and harmony, knowing that life is eternal, and sending out love to friends seen and unseen, and healing and love across the world. But nation, we get on with the nation, and we can live on this earth in peace and harmony. Amen.
Amen. So thank you very much to Richard James at Spiritual Psychics TV. Thank you very much for producing the show. And can I just remind people that are coming here Wednesday, please do not turn up at the church till 11:45, because I've got to clean the church beforehand, and we'll be doing it again today, but I'd like to do it again because make sure the church is all clean and safe. To remind you, those who are allowed to not wear masks, that's fine, but those of you, majority of you, will have to wear masks. That includes Jackie and I. So please remember to bring your mask. If not, we may have a few here as well. Once again, Ivan, thank you very much.
It's all right, pleasure.
Hope you've enjoyed it. And to you all from Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, good morning, God bless you, until we meet again next week. Bye-bye, friends.